Money-saving ideas for your cleaning business. You know, I've experienced the highs and lows of being a cleaning business owner. You know, in the last 34 years that I've been in the industry. You know, I've made some mistakes, but I've made, some good choices too. But one of the things that we got to do is we have to watch our money, and that means we got to watch our cost. You know, there's some costs that we just can't avoid, such as insurance and rent and taxes. But, over these years, I did learn some money-saving tips. So I'm going to share those with you. So number one is we want to hire part-time versus full-time. You're going to be able to save money on benefits and paid breaks. Number two, if you had a full-time employees, consider combining the 15-minute breaks that you give them into a 1/2 hour break. Typically what we'll do is that if we have a full-time person, they're allowed, 2 15-minute breaks and probably a 1/2 hour lunch. But with those 2 15-minute breaks, what you want to do is combine them, because studies have shown that that 15-minute break actually turns into 27 minutes. So by doing that, you're going to be able to actually save approximately 20 minutes of productive time if you combine those 2 15-minute breaks into one 30-minute break. Number three, take control of your absenteeism. We have to watch that. Maybe what you might do is that you might have develop an employee benefit to where they have, if they have perfect timekeeping, they get a bonus. We actually did this. So what we did is that for the pay period, as long as they didn't miss any days of work during that pay period, they earned their bonus. And obviously if they didn't, then they lost their bonus. So it's quite a hit to some people to lose that bonus just because they didn't make it to work for whatever reason. So that's something to consider. Number four, hire floaters and project teams. So what I mean by that, your floaters can fill in for your absent employees, and then they can also handle some special project work, such as detail cleaning. So consider that. It'll pay benefits. Number five, only allow overtime for emergencies and unplanned events. Overtime can cost us a lot of money, so we have to manage it. Number six, avoid unemployment judgments and employee lawsuits by documenting disciplinary actions. It's very important. You'll often hear me say that, document, document, document. And especially when it comes to when we're documenting any documentation when it comes to an employee, good or bad. You want to make sure that you do a good job of that. I know this firsthand that it will save you on unemployment judgments and lawsuits just by having really good documentation. Number seven, do not hire borderline employee prospects. So now what I mean by that is typically you're going to have a 90-day probation period in which when you decide to hire somebody, they're not a regular employee yet. So for that 90-day probation period, you have that time to find out if they're really going to be able to work. Are they a good fit for the business, for your company? So that's what you want to do, is take those 90 days and make sure that you give them constructive feedback over that period of time. Because then if you do have to let them go and not make them a regular employee, it will come as no surprise to them. Then number eight, provide proper tools for the job. Boy, this one's so important. We don't want to be giving people a 12-inch upright vacuum cleaner if we've got long hallways or wide open spaces that we're vacuuming. Set them up with a sweeper vac. That's what we have to do. So remember, provide proper tools for the job. It will save you money. The number nine, use a 3-in-1 system for carpet care. Now what I mean by this here is that when we're providing carpet care, we may perform our first 3 services as an encapsulation or a bonnet clean. Then on our 4th service, maybe what we'll do is we'll do a hot water extraction. Now you can always break this up too. It doesn't have to be a 3-in-1, it could be a 2-in-1, or it could be a 1-in-2. In some cases, maybe you're providing traffic lane cleaning every 6 months. So maybe you're going to do an encapsulation or a bonnet clean, and then on the 1 year, you're going to do your hot water extraction. Number 10, save on chemicals. Use dilution control systems whenever possible. And that's very important, because if we're still having employees mixing the chemicals, we're losing a lot of money. Typically they're not actually measuring it like they should, and so on and so forth. So whenever possible, use a dilution control system, or you can also use chemical packs. But whenever you can, try to do that, because that will really control your cost on chemicals. And the other thing about chemicals is that we want to make sure that we're not buying ready-to-use products, because when we're doing that, all we're doing is we're buying water. So don't do that. When you're buying any cleaning chemicals, look for the dilution ratio to see what that is, because the higher the dilution ratio, the more ready-to-use gallons you actually make. So, for example, if we have a product that's in a 32-ounce bottle, but yet the mixture is, we got a chemical in a gallon container, and the dilution ratio is 1 ounce per gallon. Well, that means that it's going to make 128 gallons of ready-to-use product. So always keep that in mind. You'll save a lot of money there. Number 11, save on consumables such as toilet paper, hand towels. And you can do that by actually changing out the dispensers in your restrooms or locations where you have them. For example, the toilet paper, change it to a double roll, or even a wagon wheel to where you have 3 or 4 on there. And for your hand towels, get away from multi-fold towels, because that's costing you a ton of money. Although you may be buying the paper towels and stuff and selling it to your client, you still want to make it you can actually make more money by changing those over to a 1,000-foot roll towel. So do that, because you will make a lot of money. Number 12 is that we got to remove any dangerous products, such ammonia. As ammonia, there's bleach. Maybe you got scouring powder sitting around, and aerosols. The things that we want to do is we want to get rid of those, because they are hazardous. They leave a film, and in some cases, when some of these are mixed together, they're deadly. And in some cases, which a lot of people don't think about, rather than just mixing them. But let's say if I go and I use an ammonia product, and I'm cleaning a countertop or whatever it is, a surface, and it's obviously going to leave a residue. Well, if I come through there and I clean it with a bleach now, there could be some kind of a reaction. So think about that and remove those products from your inventory. Number 13, negotiate with your suppliers. You have to do this. And I always recommend that you have 2 suppliers. Never put all your business with 1 supplier. And when you do that, you can always have them, working against each other. They always know, the other one always knows that you can always go to the other one to give them all your business. So when I talk about, negotiating with them, as you start your business, you're not going to buy a lot of product, but as you continue to build and scale it, there's times when you're going to be buying cases of product, and that's where you should be negotiating with your suppliers on a better price, because that's how they base their pricing is on volume. When they talk to their manufacturer or their suppliers, that's exactly what they're getting their pricing on, is volume. So you do the same. Now, number 14, institute zone and team cleaning. Now, this here should be, everybody should already know this, but it's interesting how many people really don't know what team cleaning is. There are other cleaning programs also, such as blended and collaborative cleaning. So with the zone cleaning, we already know that that's where we have one person handle a floor or an area of the building. Team cleaning, we will have typically a team of 4 people moving through a facility, and each one of those is a specialist in their duties. Now, you will cross-train those employees too that are in a team cleaning. Now, on some facilities, you may use a blended cleaning program, because that's where you're using a combination of the zone and the team. In some cases too now, when you're talking with prospects and you know that it's kind of price driven, well, maybe you should suggest to them that maybe you do a collaborative cleaning, meaning that their employees are going to help clean the facility. You know, they'll clean their desktops, dump their own trash, things like that there. You know, that program works very well. I've done it many times. So keep that in mind. Number 15, provide 3 types of training. You know, this is a must. You know, we have to provide our initial training during our orientation. And then, you know, that's probably where you're going to be showing some videos. You know, this is how we clean bathrooms, or this is how we mop, vacuum, and so on and so forth. You know, and that's where you should actually be showing your safety training. Then we should have our classroom training, to where, again, we follow up with that, where we can train either one person or a group of people at once. And then we have our on-site training. So those are the 3 trainings that we should have in place when we hire a new employee. So, you know, that's the thing with all this here. It doesn't matter if you're a newbie or you're a seasoned veteran in the cleaning industry. We have to watch our cost. And by, you know, taking some of this advice that these 15 things that I rattled off here, you will be able to save money and be able to watch your cost with these things. I've done it, so I know it works. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if you did, go ahead and click on the like and share button. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thanks for checking in today. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.